we on? Yes, we are. Hey, what's going on, party people? This is L'Esprit here. Now, if this is your first time here, welcome. What I do, I am a spiritual healer. So what I do, I talk about spirituality, but I also, most importantly, I help people to heal themselves. By understanding their different aspect of themselves, and by doing so, that's how you become in harmony with the mind and the body. So, as a spiritual healer, that's how surgical I get. Oh, I'm not playing around here. I really get surgical when it comes to, dissecting, but most importantly, understanding those different aspects of ourselves and how we truly work and how we operate. Do you see what I'm saying? So that's pretty much what I do. That's what my job is. Now I talk about it in different form. Now it's being manifested, through my teachings. Hopefully, shit. Well, what else do you need? But anyway, if you're coming back, come on, man, stop it. So you already know what you're in for. Tonight's gonna be. We're gonna talk about some shit. So now, when we talk about spirituality, this knowledge is for the living. But in fact, every type of knowledge is for people that understands it. In other words, if you don't understand the knowledge or what I'm saying has no value. That would be me as a Haitian man speaking Creole to you as my American people. it wouldn't mean, you know what I'm saying, there wouldn't be anything here. So understand that this knowledge is for the living, referring to the people who are now opening themselves up. Another way of saying that, the people that start to go in or start developing their inner vision. And that's truly how we understand down here, right? Because you can't hear what you don't understand. So this knowledge here, if you understand it for what it is, it's being displayed in so many layered in front of us of understanding, of consciousness, in so many words. So if you're just looking at the physical body, okay. You wouldn't be able to hear the spiritual part because you got to first turn into the spirituality for you to, or even trying to crack, out. You trying to find your way out. And that's why this type of understanding or knowledge is called the occult. As a spiritual healer, for you got to understand that. Well, I had to understand it, but, if you're looking to heal yourself, to become in harmony with the person that you are, you definitely got to have it. You got to understand it. And that's why a true spiritual master has to walk both the light has to both in both, the dark and the light side. And that's what the whole African spirituality, when we talk about ma'at, balance, harmony, balance. So in so many different layers or, stages of consciousness, you could see the balance in all different levels. For anything to even work. You see what I'm saying? But now when it comes to spirituality though, you know, when we talk about balance, we're not talking about 50-50 here. You know, we're talking about you knowing the true self. Because what makes this a fucking, that's what it is, an illusion. That's why we are a spiritual being having a human experience. That's what spiritual masters I have always been doing, like I'm doing right now, reminding you, trying to tell you, you are not what you think you are. We do that by trying to tell you the truth, and hopefully when you see it, you'll get to see the bigger picture. It'll set you free. Meaning free from that ignorance, from the darkness. But you gotta walk both part. Come on, man. Oh shit, nigga. You got me on channeling and shit. I love it though. I love it. Because when you channel, you have that direct connection with the spirit, with that other world. And for me, there's a connection, like that connection, that realness. I can feel it. It's that life, that prana. Not necessarily the breath. You know what I'm saying? We're talking about that light that you need inside of you. That you know, that's that life. You know what I'm saying? In so many words, that's what makes you cosmic too. Now being aligned with those different type of energies, those electrical shit like that you could feel now. And that's why this type of knowledge is for the living. It's to nourish you. Meaning for the black sheeps, for the chosen ones, for the one who start to open up their eyes, who wants more. This knowledge is for you. Do you see what I'm saying? And of course, like the ones that, you know, you're always going to eat it because you know it's life. So what I'm also saying, let's look at it in different dimensions. What I'm also saying here is to, you know, as you start to change yourself, you know, spiritually, and now you are somehow, it's becoming flesh now, because that's the point. The word has to become flesh, meaning the knowledge, the understanding, you start to glow. So now when you're dealing with other human beings or other spiritual undeveloped being that see the light in you, they freak out. They can understand the like the fucking magnetism that you're now, the glow that you have. And that's what's happening in Earth as you're aligning yourself. You're becoming the light, and guess what? I made a whole video talking about the energy of empires. Now you're becoming a problem for them. That's the Jesus, and then everybody wanted to kill him for no reason. Because they couldn't understand. You know, another way I'm saying, what I'm also saying here too, like, because we're talking in layers, that's why you have to replace, as you're learning about the Bible, you got to materialize it. You got to look at it as it is you. If not, there's no life in it. You're not getting it. Because the purpose of mythology, and that's why mythology is important. The spirit been bringing me back into mythology. This shit's fucking my mind up on a whole different level. Because I'm seeing how not just psychological that we all are, but it's also showing me like the way we are, how we are acting, how we are moving. Because mythology pretty much is a reflection of us. That's why you're going to start thinking based on what, that's why I had another video too where I was talking about, the myth of creation. If you, depending on what your understanding of the story of creation is, that's what your state of mind is going to be. Like niggas in fucking India that has a different definition of, you know what I'm saying, the story of creation. They don't give a fuck about hell or heaven. They don't think like you. But you're not thinking that way because you're stuck in your ways. That's where we come in. That's what, that's what the spiritual master does. To wake your ass up. Giving you your medicine. So, as a spiritual healer, what you need to understand about this knowledge being the light, this knowledge only for the living, meaning the people who are opening themselves up, the people who are walking in their light. As a spiritual healer, you also got to understand the impact that when you become the light, that's gonna have on the dead. That's why they're looking to kill you. And I also made a video where I was talking about how to create, healthy boundary. Because you have to maintain your energy. As now you have chosen to live in the light, meaning, after going in the darkness, put your shit together, and now, you don't want to deal with toxicity. So how do you create that healthy boundary? Now that's what I'm talking about here. But for you to create that healthy boundary, it's important that you understand the dark side of, the people who do not understand that type of knowledge. Because the knowledge is for the living. So as you are alive, they are dead. Boo, right? So you have to understand their philosophy, their understanding. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, we understand what a hater is. And you already know we don't worry about him. You know what I'm saying? You tell me what side I look better on. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Hate it or love it, baby. I ain't tripping. You see how good looking this shit is? It's flawless to me, if you're asking me. I don't give a fuck. And that's the beauty, being in fucking alignment with the cosmos too. Nothing phases you anymore. And that's how you walking among the deads. I'm showing you how to move out here, baby. I'm saying? Showing you the 2 steps, baby. Oh, you got to dance down here. You know, showing you the mind field. Watch how you stepping though. Because every move counts. Come on now. Y'all got me on some bullshit. Eat your food, man. So it's important for you to overcome that, by seeing and understanding them. And that's how you forgive them too. You release them. You accept them. Not releasing, you accepting them. But you also got to create healthy boundaries though. Because now you got to protect yourself. You know what I'm saying? It's like now you're able to see. This motherfucker can't see. So you got to watch out for him. Not watching out for him in the sense of trying to protect him. No, you can't do that. No. You know what I'm saying? Because the minute you try to do that, because they don't see, they're going to push you over. Oh, you're going to be hurt. Come on, man. You can see, I got the scars on me. That's how I know. That's why you don't deal with energy vampire. Another way of saying that, you got to cut your circle short. Stop negativity at every fucking level. Oh, you got to cut that shit out. And that part, listen, man, we don't play around here, though. You know what I'm saying? That's why I come out, swinging on this one. We're coming out like Ogu on this bitch. Like, what the fuck? Not on this side, baby. Oh, man, you ain't fucking up my peace, motherfucker. Shit. That's my fucking peace, man. I love it. Short paper. So, this knowledge for the living, like there's so many layers in that when you understand that being for the living. You know what I'm saying? And you, as now that you're being alive, you got to understand, you got to watch out. And as I was saying, not watching out in the sense of trying to help them. Oh no, you're going to get hurt. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I know. I know. You know what I'm saying? But it's okay, though. You know what I'm saying? I use it as a dumbbell. You know what I'm saying? Now I can flex. You see me? You see this? That's what I'm talking about. I'm flexing on you motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? On all fucking layers, too. Listen, man. This is for the grown folks, man. We're talking grown folks business here, man. Okay? Saying, like, you gotta take your shit among the elders for this one. You know what I'm saying? And that's the voodoo vibe that I fuck with, and it gets me in that mode, man. Know what I mean? It's that way, motherfucker. Come on, man. We here. That's why we always gotta salute the fucking ancestors, the spirits. We always welcome them. I always let them know, listen, man, this is your home. You know what I'm saying? But I had to open up myself to them. You feel me? And now, you know what I'm saying? Hey, if you know, you know. If you understand, you understand. You know what I'm saying? What's understood doesn't have to be explained. Oh, this is grown folks' business, man. With that Caribbean vibe, too. You hear me? Love that shit. But anyway, I was having a sugar cane moment. Yes, I fuck with molasses, nigga. You know what I'm saying? That's why we pour the rum, man. Feel me? So now, but here's the thing too. That's why the whole Jesus story, you have to understand it. You got to put yourself in Jesus. And if you're a chosen one or a black sheep, or you walking now among the dead, I'm saying that story's for you, baby. Mm-hmm. Tell you, this is for the livings. You know, like when you get it, you get it. Oh, you're gonna love it too. You know, it's that kind of dimension or higher state of consciousness where I'm taking you. We're staying cosmic over here, baby. And that's what the true God is all about. That type of connection while you're living down here. That's what the saint does, or is a man of God, like, you know what I'm saying, the book of Eli and all that shit. We here. Tell them what you see. Come on, man. I tell you guys this all the time. The word's been made flesh, baby. Tell them what you see. The mute are now talking. We were once blind, but now we see. It's you. Come on, man. Wake up. That's why a lot of you are still sleeping, even though you're talking about spirituality, especially if you go to church, because it got you to think about something else. In other words, you're dreaming. If you're not thinking about you, you're dreaming. Literally. And that's what the church get you to do. By selling you a dream. So they putting you to sleep. They rocking you to sleep, baby. I get you to sleep, man. Twinkle, twinkle, little stars, nigga. You gotta wake up, baby. Come on, man. What you doing? You got your thumb in your mouth and shit, nigga. Like, that's how comfortable you getting down here? Wake your ass up, motherfucker. Come on, man. Old Goose coming out swinging. We ain't tolerate, come on, man. We ain't gonna tolerate that shit around here, man. Fuck out of here, man. No, sir. Not on this side. But that type of union, it's crazy. It's cosmic. That's what the ecstasy is all about. That life, that prana, that connection with you and God. And you walking this path here, becoming alive, nourishing yourself, and the rest is history, baby. Come on, man. Hey, I gotta slow down. You know what I'm saying? I gotta talk. I had to talk dirty to you, baby. Shit. For sure. So the Judas, man. A lot of Judas out there. You know what I'm saying? And that's when you'll get to understand, again, by putting yourself into the whole Jesus story. It's incredible. You know what I'm saying? You were born like you didn't have a father, nigga. Or your father was God. You understand what I'm saying? And now you were born through a woman, meaning, from, it's like the semen that penetrate the fucking egg. Earth is a female. you penetrating, coming to earth. That's the Jesus. That's why you don't have your father's God, and your mom is the bitch, is earth, man. She was a virgin. She was a virgin. She was not a bitch. I'll take it back. She was not a bitch. She was a virgin. Yeah. Yeah. So that should tell you how great of a child, how much of a golden child that you are. You're so golden, baby. You know what I'm saying? Golden child. And now you have the Magi's bringing you those gifts. Now you got to put yourself in it, man, so you understand all of that too. You know. So you have to create a healthy boundary. But for you to do that, you got to be in total alignment with yourself. And that's why for me, I always talk about the foundation. I notice in European perspective, they always start their beginning, or the foundation for their spirituality would be to let you know the understanding between your conscious mind and your subconscious mind. You see what I'm saying? So understand, for us is a little bit different, because we identify with so many different part of us. That's why we also have mythology. That's where we come into the Ma'at shit. So for me, my foundation, or what I came to understand as a healer that healed me, and now I'm healing other people with it, was to understand the difference between a false self, your ego, and your true self, because they are not the same. So that is your foundation. Because a lot of us, as a baby, we are being taught to act as something that we should be instead of who we are. So it starts there. And that's why you can't dissociate spirituality and this human life. That's what the illusion is. That's why you got to see the whole picture to set yourself free. To have your heart as light as a feather means it doesn't matter. Am I in Earth? I mean on Earth, or I don't know what star. I know, but I'm gonna keep that personal. But it doesn't make a difference, and that's why my heart is shit. I don't know. I think. I'm flying, baby. You know what I'm saying? But only the true balance could do that. As far as if we talk about, what the fuck did I say? Balance? I was talking about the scale. My bad. I'm switching world. I'm everywhere, all at the same time, baby. But I apologize. What I was trying to say, that's how you balance the scale. But there was something else I think I was talking about too. I know I'm not too. Yeah. Hold up. I think I got something here really good. So, they literally sold you a dream. And that's what the church does, and that's why you're not able to fully become alive. Do you see what I'm saying? Twinkle, twinkle, little star. That's how they treating you, man. So disrespectful. Well, if you're awake, though, because we're not trying to, what I'm saying? But if you're already sleeping, that's why you can't go back, you can't, as you becoming alive. When I met you got to watch out for them. Not watching out in the sense of protecting them, but watch out for them like you better get the fuck out of their way. And that's how you create a healthy boundary. So I'm just telling you the other side of it. But now, if you come in over here now, that's when you create your healthy boundaries. You no longer talk to certain people. That's part of the growth. That's part of you becoming the light. It has to happen. And as a spiritual healer, I'm telling you, that's how you keep yourself. I mean, once you experience that pain, and then now you come to see how peaceful it is to be yourself, what are you trying to do? I know you don't want to go back there. You know how painful it was. That's why we don't want toxicity in our fucking life. And the person who's toxic is not even aware of it. And that's the crazy shit. That's why you gotta let him go. With love, baby. It ain't personal. You know, this is for the living. This is for the strong. Do you understand what I'm saying? And you have to learn how to love with a broken heart. Oh, y'all got to pause on that one. And that's who we are. Whatever you want to call it, the chosen ones or the ones who are awakening, whatever the fuck the path is, that is part of the path. And now, on a lower vibration, as it is above, so as it is above, so it is below. That's when your higher self and the lower self are working together. That's the ba and the ka that comes together. Again, spiritual ma'at. You know, and it's happening in so many different layers. You changing your family's bloodline. We're creating gods we open up doors for other gods to come down here and have a better experience. And that's why we worship our ancestors, because as I'm doing that, that's what they were doing for me. Now, I picked up on it, and come on, man. We see what's happening. Shit, I ain't gonna be left behind. Not on my watch. I'm too fly for this shit, nigga. You crazy. I'm front line, motherfucker. Hello? Shit. What am I doing in the back of the line? For what? I'm VIP, motherfucker. You feel me? Come on now. Hey guys, check out my Patreon. I go a lot in details and I was talking about also the foundation too. So, and I was, there's a lot of point that I kind of said, for you to think about too. You know what I'm saying? And, again, this is not the Patreon, but I go a lot more in details regarding, even something like this. And the spirit been taking me back to mythology, like it's fucking my mind up on a whole different level. Because the thing about, and now I understand it. In African culture, a lot of us, what we have is a lot of mythologies. We're pretty great at that. And I was also talking about the myth of creation, but the thing about mythology is it tells you about who you are. Not necessarily who you are. I mean, that's one part of it. Disclaimer, okay? Disclaimer. Let's do it. Let's do it. That's one part of it. But us, now you got to look at mythology in both, in two aspects. There's us creating the mythology, and then there's the mythology being taught to others, right? So our ancestors being in alignment with the gods, with themselves, now created the mythology, which is a reflection of their spirit that they're able to put in mythology for the others to understand how to become God, how to understand who you are. So I want you to look at it from both two different perspectives here. Because the mythologies had to be created, right? By whom? Ancestors who truly understood certain things that was happening in life. Or if you want to say they got inspired by God, or if you, whatever the fuck you want to say. It all comes down to one thing. They did it. Inspired, had a revelation, went to sleep while fucking, doesn't matter. But the one thing that matters though is we got to look at it from a creation perspective and now from an understanding perspective. In other words, as a master, you look at certain situation as a master, but you can also have the ability to look at it as a student as well. That's why the teacher teach the student, right? From a master perspective, so they could see it better. And that's why our ancestors been, that's why when they left things for us to understand. That's what that shit is. Easy. How do you want it? How do you want it? So that's what that shit was pretty much about. Now, if you understand this, that's what I'm doing. That's what everybody else who came before us was actually doing. This shit's forever going, I guess. Oh my God. There's a bunch of us down here too. I guess what makes a difference too is this time that we are experiencing it. Because I know about this time now, but I understand what took place before and what's happening now. So most likely it's going to be a different experience in a different way, but the same shit. You know what I'm saying? That's like you being conscious, let's just say before the computer age, and then now you also become conscious around the computer age. Different type of experience. But if you truly free or you truly balanced in this computer's era and the non-computer era, there's no difference. But different perspective of the same thing. I guess that's a beautiful dream. I don't know. It's crazy. That's all good. We're taking it for what it is, right? As far as we can understand and seeing what's happening and being in connection with the divine. Or that higher side of us that we don't truly understand, but we're just following it. Anyway, that would be a whole different conversation. That's like, that would be the Matrix Reloaded. You know, it's funny. I realize a lot of people really underestimate the second Matrix. You know, Matrix, the first Matrix is the one that is always known. Why? I'll tell you why. Because what they were saying, you already know what they were talking about. That's why it was so popular. We all knew deep inside of us there's something greater than what we're looking at. We knew that. Everybody fucking knew that. That's why the Matrix, the first one, was so fucking magical. Now the second one, though, oh shit, it's different. And no one is talking about it. Because now Neo is questioning, at first it was the blind faith that he had, this is what's going to happen, this is not going to happen, right? So this is us in the very beginning, you understand the whole Jesus shit, there's something greater, I don't give a fuck, like, however hard you want to be, everybody talks about God, motherfucker. So, in so many words, like, there's some shit you got to know something. The biggest killers, gangsters of God and all that, in other words, they are acknowledging something greater than them. We all fucking know it. Now, people who may be in spirituality, now I'm being more in alignment with that, trying to understand it, and that's more of what that connection is. But we are all spiritual beings. That's why I don't call people dead people, but I now call them, spiritually undeveloped, because they are spiritual too. Come on now. Well, if you're truly seeing things for what they are, by going beyond the separation of mind and body. Because your mind is an extension of your subconscious mind, of your mind, of the person that you are. You could change your DNA. That's what being born again is. You could see certain glow in someone who's eating healthy. His energy, or that person's energy, changes. That's because of the spirit too. Meaning, their understanding and all of that, their vibration. They're vibrating on a different level. I know for me, I could tell when somebody's sick. Well, your boy got other gifts too. Well, obviously, if you see me tapping in, then you know what this is. This is for the living, man. This is for the grown folks. If you're a kid, you're going to have to, get out of here. This is big man talking. And that's what the whole this knowledge is for the living. It's all about. But I also wanted to point out, and I want to go back to that too, because that's also important, for you to understand the other side of it. And that's why us, the spiritual teachers, the true ones, have to walk both paths. Not just one. You got to be in the darkness too. So you understand the dark. So you could better cope with it. That's where the harmony comes in. That's why you're able to forgive or accept your haters. The vampire, like the energy vampires. Because they're there to destruct you. They will destroy you. But yet you still gotta love them. Right? And I made a whole video talking about that. Like, only as a loving being. You can't treat them the way they treat you, because that would be you acting like them. That's why the way you deal with hate, you got to deal with hate with love. And funny as I made that video, right, talking about that, and then Queen Cup, you guys got to check her out. I love this bitch. Then Queen Cup was talking about Judah. Oh, she was on one that day, that night. She was breaking down the Judah science. Meanwhile, I was talking about the energy of empires. It's crazy. And when I went back and I was listening to her, I'm like, what the fuck? So I could see her channeling. So I don't know where the channel was coming from. But anyway, it's all good. We are all connected. And guess what? However the fuck she channeled it, the way she gave it to me, oh my God, it was just packaged like beautifully. So she was saying in so many words, as you are growing spiritually, right? And then you start seeing your haters, right? Then you're gonna have people that you truly genuinely loved, the Judah, now that became the hater, that betrayed you for you to die. This is crazy. And those are the people, and you're gonna go through that too as you are awakening, because I'm speaking in all different layers here, giving you the spiritual aspect, but also the low vibrational view as far as understanding. That's why you're going to have to cut your families. It's nothing personal, but it has to be done for your survival. This knowledge is for you, for your survival. You're going to have to cut them out. Create a healthy boundary. Create peace around you. Or I guess you could say, like the fighters of the light. Or, I don't know, like you're fighting for the light. Whatever the fuck you want to put it. If you want to be dramatic. If you like to be dramatic and put a little bit of shit on, put a little sauce on it and all that shit, or trying to make it mystics, you know what I'm saying, very mystique. So that way, like, boo, the power is yours. Mm-hmm. See what I'm saying? And then she was breaking down, because I really loved the way she said it. It was so, it's like, oh, it was packaged, like I said, it was a deluxe package. And then she was saying, but as I was telling you to treat your haters with love, now she's saying when Jesus dipped the bread, like he said, I'm going to show you who my hater is. Because the bread also symbolizes knowledge or giving life. Even when they were killing him, he was saying, forgive them. Even though they say, fuck you. You're like, I love you. But I gotta let you go, though. I gotta let you go. I gotta let you go. Fuck all that shit. That's what I'm talking about. You gotta let the motherfucker go. We love you. I hate you. It's fine. I love you. But you cannot be part of the clan anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like, you marked out. What? I gotta protect this kingdom. Come on, King. Understand, man. Like, here's something else, too. That shit always crack me up. I love to see it, though, because, I entertain myself. Well, in so many different levels. I feed myself and entertain myself with it, right? So when people are calling each other king, I love it because I do it myself, right? I do it. I'm going to tell you why I do it, though. Before I tell you why I do it, because I be saying my nigga shit, too. Like, I'm all over the place. I said, yo, listen, man, I just fuck with everybody, bro. Like, I could be, I deal with niggas, some of my educated black people as well. You know what I'm saying? My white people, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, at the end of the day, it's like, well, you're seeing all of these people together here. I'm giving you all those different personalities in one, baby. You know, it gets you to a point where you just don't give a fuck. Like, I don't give a fuck. Because you get to see the bullshit in everything. When you see the bullshit in everything, it's like, that should set you free. In fact, the truth help you to see bullshit in some shit. That's what the truth does. The truth is it's a non bullshit. Um, I don't know, people. You know what I'm saying? I hope you get what I'm trying to say, right? It's a non bullshit, like, I don't know, item. Like, no bullshit. But no bullshit. That's the truth. Like, on my like, but as you align yourself with it, right? That's why I can't deal with the drama. But come on, man, how am I gonna deal with toxicity, man? Huh? I'm gonna sit politely right over here, smoking my shit, and wait for you motherfuckers to answer me that question. How am I gonna do that? Come on, dog. Stop playing. You play too much. You stop doing that shit, man. Oh man, grow up. Alright? So yeah, it just won't make sense. At all. And as you aligning yourself to that truth, and now the word is becoming you, that's when you become also radical. And now you taking on a whole different personality too. Because now the ancestors are being manifested through you too. Now we're talking some shit now. So it's like, that's what becoming the God on earth is. Now you're connecting with those by talking about the ancestors, those, other cosmic beings that are coming through you. You know what I'm saying? And that's why we always got to salute them. Because when you start opening up yourself to spirit, and that's how we understand the different spirit. Like when we do our voodoo shit, I'm giving you a little bit of that too, baby. This shit's solid. You hear me? I'm showing up with my peoples. My royal blood, baby. We're royal blood on this side, handsome. Yeah, we know who we are. Now, kings and queens, man, you gotta master your kingdom. Not everybody in Africa could be a, queen and queens, motherfuckers. Come on, guys. Like, what the fuck? Because it sounds to me like, but I like it though. I love it on different levels. Because on a different, like when you call somebody a king, automatically it lifts up you know, I don't know. There's something it does to you. Like when not to flatter you, but it's acknowledging. That's why we say namaste. I'm acknowledging the God in you. Not flattering you, namaste. Even that's what the monk understands. And we understand that too in voodoo, you understand? That's why we say Oneli Spare. First thing you do, like when you show up in the house, honor and respect, you acknowledging the vibration in the house. So when the monk tells you namaste, he's acknowledging the God in you, even when you're not the God or you're not fully developed. But he could see it, he know what it is. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? In other words, that's me identifying or seeing myself in myself. He sees himself in you. Damn, we talking some shit. Anyway, I'm gonna have to. Yeah. So the whole Judas shit. Yo, check out Queen Cup, man. I bet she was on fire. I love the way she packaged it. But, you know, we're all doing the same thing. So, you know, I packaged it a certain way, but it seems to me like that's why I'm like, oh, the way she gave it to me, it's like, did I even talk about that shit? That's how you know the motherfucker's bad. If she's bad, dog, she's bad. She was channeling that shit like, this motherfucker's bad. But anyway, what was I gonna talk about? What else I was gonna say? Understanding that, because as you becoming yourself, acknowledging that type of knowledge, you nourishing yourself with it. The do's and the don'ts. That's what our ancestors left for us, and that's what I do as a spiritual healer to help others. You know what I'm saying? That's why we're offering our service to the community. And that's what you also have in voodoo too. You have the priest, the what we call Ugan, and then the Mambo is the priestess. Come on, man. These people got knowledge, man. Y'all tripping. You see what I'm saying? But that's on a whole different level, though. That part here, you know what I'm saying? That's what I'm going to get into while, I'm going to let you motherfuckers go. Because we got to stay in that alignment, man. That's how we feed ourselves. You know what I'm saying? We talk to the ancestors. We thank them every time they come through. We give our thanks and respect. And with that being said, I hope, I gave you something you can, chew on or eat on, whatever the fuck. You already know, Haitien. Brow. Mali.